Welcome back, my poets, to Poetry 101. This week we are talking about alphabet poetry, which is pretty much what it sounds like. It is using the alphabet to shape your poem. Again, there is no rules when it comes to poetry. There is just outlines that you can fill in. But even then, you don't have to. That is the beauty of poetry. Now, the most famous example of alphabet poetry that I can think of is Psalm 120 something. But that's the Hebrew alphabet, and I'm an English speaker. So me trying to explain that poem would be hard. However, I do have two different poems for us to go over, one that I wrote and one that is from Google, of what it means to do alphabet poetry. Now, this one is Daily Alphabet of Life. I found it on a Google search. This one rhymes, and it is pretty basic. The first letter of every sentence is a different letter of the alphabet, in order. So, we have accept people for who they are, believe you can reach the stars, courage amidst all the fear, devotion for God is near, empathy for the broken-hearted, feeling great just to hit the pot, givers gain a whole lot, hearts on, hands on, minds on, intensify your commitments. Just say it and do it well, keep your promises always, live each day as if it is your last, make the most of your time, Never ever leave your slime. Organize and plan things ahead. Procrastination isn't good. Quit not, take off the hood. Remember from dust you came. Sing a love song to somebody. Tee off the day positively. Untie the knot of bitterness. Venture into sweetness. Win-win in all dealings. X-ray and examine oneself. Yearn and value one's life. Zestfully avoid strife. That one has a weird rhyme scheme, which I didn't realize till halfway through reading it, which is why there's going to be some cuts there. So it kind of rhymes, it kind of doesn't rhyme. That is an example, so easy to follow. Mine, that I've written, it is called Alphabetical Order. It is not going to be in one of my poetry books as far as I know, because it was abandoned on a notes app on my phone. But it was helpful for this video, so it's getting used. And it had a purpose. Mine is more loosely structured, so there is not rhymes. And sometimes the entire letter I'm using is just one word for the whole sentence. And that's the beauty of poetry, baby. Your poems can look however you want them to. So this one says, all I know is that before you came my way, my days seemed emptier. I prefer the fullness I get from having you here. I'd journey miles to keep you by my side, leave my home, make my way up north, even if only to find the way painful. I'd never quit, never give in, risk all I own, or sink into quicksand. Time won't stop me, I'm unstoppable. Your value to me will never go untold. X marks the spot, you are a prize, and on Zion my love will be shown. So that's alphabet poetry. The first letter of each first word in your sentence is alphabet in order. It's pretty basic. I don't know what accent that was, so sorry to whoever I offended right there. Another way you can do alphabet poetry, and this is way harder, is each word is in alphabetical order. So all blueberries carry diseases, etc., etc. It's harder not to get a nonsense poem when you're doing that. These poems kind of made sense, even though they're like stretching at times to fit the same thought. But it is a good practice, and if you're having writer's block, it is a great way to unblock yourself by thinking, okay, let's write a poem. Remember, it doesn't have to be good, and there's no such thing as a really bad poem. So that is the basics of alphabet poetry. As always, you can watch the rest of the series over here. You can subscribe over here. That is my Instagram. You can check out all of my stuff and the link at the bio below, including my books. Yes, I have poetry books, but please check out my fiction works. I'm so excited about being a writer. Yay! I will see y'all next week.